Well, hello everyone, welcome to another episode of REVlogue. Acura is launching their brand new MDX. The MDX has been around for 2 decades and they sold over 1 million copies. Apparently the sales of the MDX is 1/3 of the entire Acura brand. So to say that the design change is very important is an understatement. I mean, they also claim that the MDX is the America's most top sold 3-row luxury SUV. The original MDX was one of the first SUVs to have a unibody with 3 rows of seating. Let's take a look at the new one and see if it'll offer us any of the excellence from the original one. So right off the bat, the base engine will be using a 2-liter 4-cylinder that you can find in the TLX, and that one comes with 274 horsepower offered with front-wheel drive and also an optional super handling all-wheel drive. There's rumors that MDX will also get a Type S variant using the 3.0-liter V6 turbo from the TLX, making around 354 horsepower. The 2020 MDX's fuel economy comes in at 20 city, 27 highway, so we could expect a new one to replace it with a slightly better number. And apparently you can spec up the car with up to 25 speakers of ELS goodness. And I think if you want to learn more about what the ELS sound system is like in more technical detail, I believe Savage Geese has covered that pretty well. And look! Glowing LEDs underneath the mesh metal. Wow, it's like a party in the car. The overall design of the new MDX upcoming, now here's some teaser images from Acura the forum. I think in general, Acura's design is getting refined more and more, but I still don't know what to feel about the grille with the shooting arrows that wants to kill you. I just think in general they're like really trying hard. I remember when the newer RL first came out, they had both the dotted and the solid form of the LED lights and the taillights, and it just goes to show like they're just so confused and just wants to throw everything, trying really hard. And to me, I know again most of you guys already probably picked up, but I prefer more of an understated look that's cleaner in execution. And I think Acura in general is just kind of shooting in all different directions and not really know where to go. But I guess since the new TLX. God, I wish the marketers would stop changing names all the time. I think with the latest TLX, they've seemed to have found a pretty good direction. But you know, for someone like me, I still think the 3rd gen TL, that's still the best looking Acura to me. And of course, I love the DC5 RSX so much. Actually, I've owned one in the past. It was kind of like my middle school dream car. But yeah, I miss the clean-cut early 2000s Acura Honda design. The really chic and simple lines. Obviously, it's I guess the trend nowadays to have a lot of broken up busy surfaces. But yeah, we'll have to see one in person to make the final judgment. And can we just talk about the SH all-wheel drive for a minute for Acura? Or maybe some of the Japanese people and the higher executives of Acura world would call it super handling all-wheel drive. I just, you know, to be honest, like it's a pretty decent system. The way I remember it, it's one of the first torque vectoring systems. I remember when it first debuted with the Acura RL or the Honda Legend. You know, they were showing this like skier go down the mountain, putting the weight on the outer foot, and that was like a really good explanation of how torque vectoring worked. You know, I instantly built a gratification for that kind of system. You know, Honda in general are really good at engineering something super sophisticated but making it really simple. But I feel like the marketing of super handling all-wheel drive in general is just a total failure. While being really good, I don't think it still has the same name value as Audi's Quattro or Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system. In fact, some of the German counterparts like BMW's xDrive, I mean even now the BMW, the new M3 and M4 is coming with these xDrive features. So if you want to watch that video, click on the link above. And also Mercedes-Benz with their 4MATIC Plus, you know, you can send all of the powers to the rear wheels and, you know, have a drift mode and go crazy. You know, I'm not suggesting that you go and drift your maybe close to 4,000 pounds SUV 3-row MDX, but I'm just saying a lot of competitors are doing a good job, you know, building that all-wheel drive reputation. And I just wish Acura's super handling all-wheel drive gets a little bit more credit. I really think it deserves that. In terms of notable competition, you know, since it's an SUV, I mean, we live in a sea of SUVs, right? There's just so many of them. My mom asked me to pick out an SUV for her, and I was just like, why would you buy an SUV? But then, you know, I came around to being a good son, and I started building an Excel chart of all the damn SUVs available in the market nowadays, and there's just so many. But like I said, some notable competitors in the market. I think the Genesis GV80 is worth a look. I mean, look, I am from Seoul, so small disclaimer, but no one can deny that the interior and the exterior design of the GV80, I think, looks even a class above the MDX. You know, it helps that they had some designers that used to work at Bentley come and design for Genesis, you know. Maybe it's just my personal opinion. Leave me your comments down below on what you think about the GV80's design overall. But I can't help but to feel that the MDX is going to have to really step it up to compete with these cars. Not to mention the ever so reliable Lexus RX, albeit a bit boring. You know, it's been a solid choice for many people because of its Toyota reliability. It's been a solid choice for a lot of people because of Toyota reliability. And you know, even from the latest Acura offerings, I always feel like Lexus just has the best material quality, especially amongst all of the Asian competitors. I think another competitor that's worth looking at for a 3-row SUV is the new Mercedes-Benz GLB, coming in at $36,600, which is definitely a bit cheaper than the current MDX at $44,500. My guess is that the new MDX will cost about the same or slightly more. I mean, look, Mercedes is just super dominant in the F1 world, and they've been working on a really good 4-cylinder engine. They're one of the front runners in terms of using forced induction to squeeze out every single bit of horsepower. But even if it's not their handmade AMG one-man engine, you know, their 2-liter develops 221 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque from 1800 RPMs. I mean, Acura's engine is going to have to be stellar to compete with that. Not to mention, of course, when you AMG it up a bit, I think the car is a good-looking car, even though I like my wagons. So there you have it. That's a wrap for the new MDX that will be launching on the October 14th on Wednesday. So really soon we'll get to see what's under the wraps. Are you a big fan of the 3-row SUVs? What do you think about some of its competitors? It looks like we're going to be getting a new offering in an ever so competitive SUV landscape. Let's stay tuned, and for now, leave me your comments down below. Oh, and it's a huge help for me when you press that little thumb icon down there. Yeah, down there. Yeah, please. Yeah, if you could spare me a like, that would be great for the YouTube algorithms. Thanks for checking into another episode of REVlogue. We also do full car reviews, so if you want to see an in-depth review of the Kia Stinger, check out the link above. And I'll see you in the next episode.